Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review, and I'm here today to talk to you about how the second Black Adam trailer has very similarities to that of the Snyderverse. So, like, when I was watching the trailer, there was one scene in particular, well, actually two. There was one scene in particular I saw, and I'm just like, hey, that reminds me of Man of Steel. But then there was another scene that reminded me of the Fox X-Men movies when, like, the jet came up out of the ground in like the backyard of the mansion and stuff. I'm like, that's so X-Men. Like, can't people be original and stuff? I mean, it makes sense to hide like a giant jet down there because you need like a large, like, body of area to like hide a jet, but like still. But yeah, so when I was looking at this, I was trying to think of like certain similarity because I'm not sure when this was. I think it was last month when David Zaslav set the whole like internet on fire with him taking over like, Warner Brothers and changing stuff. Somebody said on Twitter like they're trying to replace the Snyderverse with their own like version of it, but with similar characters. And because they said like, they're trying, or they said Jeff Johns is trying to replace Superman with Teth-Adam and trying to replace the Justice League with the Justice Society. And at first I didn't pay no attention until I saw this trailer. And then I'm like, that's kind of interesting. So here are some similarities. Let's get the obvious one out the way. The scene of him floating in water and how the trailer begins with like this scene, that's such a thing that came from Man of Steel many years ago. Jeez, it's been a long time since that movie came out. God, that was a long stinking time ago. I can't believe how much like years it's been, man. But yeah, it's that like famous scene of him drifting in the water, and it's so reminiscent of that. And so next, another obvious one, you have Black Adam himself, who have powers similar to that of Shazam. But if you want to go a step further, he's also kind of the equivalent of that of Superman, because Captain Marvel, aka Shazam, was always the equivalent of that of Superman back in the comics when they used to like clash and everything. Of course, you have the Justice League and the Justice Society and everything. And, those two groups were always very similar. One, the Silver Age, and one, the Golden Age and stuff. Now, Adriana, she plays a supervillain, I believe, in this movie. It's played by that lady who played Shaw on Person of Interest. I forget her real name. And so, like, I think in the movie, she's a person trying to, like, find Black Adam or research him or something like that. But in the comics, she is his love interest. And, of course, who was a person who was looking for Superman and became his love interest in the Snyderverse and the DCEU? Of course, none other than Lois Lane and everything. Next is the like primary villain in the third act. I don't have my notes in front of me. I'm not in front of the computer right now, and I forget the dude's name. I think it's Sabanok or something like that. He is like this like big giant like monstrous looking dude. Now at first I thought it might be Trigon at first, but no, because of the Funko Pop, it's the other dude. And basically that dude is like the opposite of the Marvel family and stuff. He's like the dark version of them, taking his power from supervillains. And of course, in like, Superman comics and everything, Darkseid is kind of like the polar opposite of that, Superman. Both are like men, both are like superpowered beings, both are like godlike, and both have people like worship them and stuff. So it is kind of weird they are trying to like replace it with a different version of it and stuff. And I just say, like, if it is true, if the Snyderverse is like the DCEU, if that's done and complete, because right now, for right now, it is done. But, could it come back? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? It depends on what David Zaslav wants. And they have to find Kevin Feige of the WB, which they had one, but he quit. And so, like, if it is truly done, just reboot the entire thing. Don't just substitute one anti-hero for like an actual hero and one team for like another, you know what I'm saying? Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.